What habit is on the same level as alcohol, weed, crack cocaine, and even cigarettes? Video games. It can be just as addictive as what I just mentioned. And it has the same principles. Because just like all those other things I just mentioned, it can also help you escape away from reality. Actually, it's a little bit worse than cigarettes, because cigarettes is just a craving. It don't help you escape away from reality, not to me. But video games, yes, video games can help you escape away from reality, especially if you're depressed. You play a certain game on your Xbox One, it'll help you it'll help you just escape away from your real world. And I know this because I've had this happen before. There have been people, including game designers, who have lost their job or was close to losing their job, all because they didn't want to leave the video game and go to work. They put their whole world around playing that video game and got so caught up into it that they actually thought it was real. It was this dude that was on Dr. Phil show. I'll never forget it. He was a big time game designer. He made so much money, He made a lot of money, put it like that. And he was actually on the verge of losing his job. All because he couldn't get up and leave the computer game. And he was actually talking like the game was real. He was talking about how he had gear and everything. And Dr. Phil didn't even know what the hell he was talking about. He thought he was talking about like gear in the real world, but he was talking about gear, on his computer. I forgot what computer game he was playing, but the point is, games are just as addictive as anything else. It can be just addictive as a drug, could be worse than a drug, and it's similar to a drug. Now let's get to my story. This game called Sim 4. I don't know if y'all familiar with this game or not. A lot of you probably don't play games. My man plays games, and at one point, I became addicted and started playing this game. On this game, you can do almost everything you do out here, but it's easier on there. You can be a movie star, you can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a dentist, you can be all of them. You can be a chef, you can be anything you want to be. You can even have kids, get married, have a side person, have outside kids. You can do everything on this game, man. This game was very addictive. And for a while, that's all I wanted to do. The weekend I was off work. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to go nowhere. I didn't want to do nothing. All I wanted to do was play this freaking game. That's how addictive it was. And it was like everything that I failed at in life, I could become inside of the game. Like I wanted to be real smart, like a doctor. I got a doctor character on there. I got a character that was a spy for the government. Shoot, I got another character that was a movie star, right? I got a character that's a scientist. You know what I'm saying? Just like everything I failed at in life, I could be inside of that game. And that was addictive to me. I didn't want to leave it. I used to hate being away from it. And when I was away from it, I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine that. You're not achieving what you want to achieve in real life, but you create these characters on this game and you aim them towards the right path that you want, that you wish you could have been, but you're not. And they become everything you want to be. That right there is addictive, my friend, and I was addicted to that. But I'm not finished. Just like I said, everything you can do out here in real life, you can do on that fucking game. You want to go to the club, you can go to the club, man. You can have fun. Shoot, you can have a picnic. You can have a party. You can be a singer. You can be a DJ. You can make your own music. You hear your music on the radio. Man, I'm telling you, it's just never ending. It's just addictive. But I had to think about that for a minute, and I realized what was becoming of me. I was becoming very addicted. No, I was addicted. I had to push away from that, because I found myself becoming more addicted to it. And that's the thing. I mean, it's okay to play video games in moderation, but if you don't watch it, you can get caught up. You can get caught up in it, because, it's like all of your reality becomes that reality or something. Like, you just completely just want to run away from the real world and just stay playing the game forever and ever and ever. Forget about a job, forget about responsibility, just play the game forever. And that's where the problem lies. So if you're a gamer, if you think about being a gamer, just be very careful and don't become addicted, because they are addictive. So I finished the pic from this morning that I did the video on, if y'all watched it, but I didn't see where y'all watched it at. But anyway, this is a message to my haters, especially the one that left that comment. Catch this bird or these birds.